Okay guys, I hope you appreciate this video I made because I nearly got burned and heat stroke while making it. This is just a quick few shots of today's sun and the sunspots that you can see at the moment. One of them is huge. I'm going to quickly show you how to find the sun with your scope. After obviously roughly aiming it at the sun, not looking through the telescope of course at the same time, make sure your lid and finder scope cap is still on for safety. Watch the shadow on the ground as you move the telescope and make sure that it's head on with the sun, the smallest shadow possible. Temporarily remove the lid on the finder scope and find the sun accurately by using your hand instead of your eyes. When you've found it, put the cap back on to prevent anything burning. Now it's safe to remove the small cap on the lid. You definitely only need the small aperture to do this, so remove the small lid. Don't remove the whole lid. You also definitely need Baydar solar filter film securely in place. I've chosen to sellotape it to the inside of my lid, but you can DIY it however you like. I could only briefly show you that because I didn't want to keep the lid off for too long. Then it's time to put an eyepiece in. I usually start with a 10mm eyepiece which shows you the whole sun, so I've put that in. And I'm trying to show you, using my DSLR hovering over the eyepiece, an idea of what you would see with your eye. This is not normally how you would take a photo or video. I'm just demonstrating it this way so that you can see the whole sun in the picture. As you can see, a cloud has chosen this moment to come over, and this is what it looks like when there's cloud. Let's try again now that the cloud has passed. The spaceweatherlive.com website has all the information you need on the current sunspots visible, which I will talk about in more detail in a few moments. Here is a still photo I took holding the DSLR over the eyepiece. Depending on your telescope, the image might be upside down, back to front, or both, compared to reality. This is very common, and it can be fixed if you want using image editing software. You can also choose to add color if your solar filter film doesn't already add it. Here is a much better view, although I can't get the whole sun in a picture this way. For this footage, I'm not using an eyepiece. I'm putting the DSLR camera straight into the telescope using a T-ring and T adapter. This way there's no shaking or distortion. Except of course when I have to move the telescope again. The only movement is the sun itself. The huge sunspot you can see in the middle is named AR3780. AR stands for active region. This is not the same sunspot that caused the aurora on the 10th of May this year, but it's on the same scale, and it can potentially cause a big geomagnetic storm. This is an image I downloaded from the spaceweatherlive.com site today, just after taking this video. This is a handy page to check if you're thinking of setting up a telescope and wondering if it's worth it, or if you just want to keep up to date with the current solar activity. You can find this page by searching Sunspots Today in Google, and it will take you straight to the page on the website. The page is updated daily, and you can see the spots moving across the disk gradually if you check the page regularly. The site gives you all kinds of details on each spot, including the possibility of a solar flare. To affect Earth, a flare would have to come from a sunspot that is currently facing us and not close or closer to the edge of the disk. About an hour after I took the video, I got a notification on my phone from the Aurora Watch UK app telling me that there had just been a flare and there is possible aurora visible in some regions as a result. Amber Alert is sadly not strong enough for seeing it from the UK. It would have to be a red alert. The app also shows you a diagram of the current places on Earth that you would be able to see the aurora from. That's all there is to show you for now. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was of some use or interest to you. Here is a still photo I took with the camera inside the telescope using the adapter.